All right, and we're live. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Dave here, Double Hook England. How y'all doing? Rosie's driving me nuts. Now, I put a new light up above, but guess what? It makes my face so dark now. Well, you can see the jig better, but you ain't gonna see me better. That's probably a good thing. Let's see if we can do some adjustment here. I know I keep playing around with everything, but it does seem awful dark, don't it? Man, that seems dark. Anyways, Rosie's like being a pain in my butt this morning. She is so needy. Her so needy.
Rosie,
Oh, her so
I tried to
needy.
get her off
Okay,
here.
I know. She just wants some love.
Rosie,
She wants to know who I'm talking to. All right, get in. Go. Crazy dog.
Rosie.
Anyways, let me get in here so I can see. I keep getting pop up. It's hide and chat.
Get up there. Get up there.
She's fine, dear.
Up there. Get up there.
Okay, we'll go back to the beginning of the chat. Hey, it looks like Ernie was the first one in the chat today. Good morning, Ernie, Annie Finn, Chad. Want to be outdoors. KY Redneck. Chad. Joe Buck. Morning, Keith. Pond Hopper TV. Good morning, Rex. Ugh, you crazy? Thank you. What are you doing? I'm talking to them, not you.
Trying.
You silly. Why are you being this way this morning? You want that much attention? I'm so sorry, guys. But Randall, Murillo, Family Fishing, and NJ, Adventures with Robin. Say, hey, Robin, how you doing? Miss Emily, how are you doing? El Catfish Grande. I think I'm all caught up with everybody. If I miss somebody, sorry, guys. I'm being molested by my dog. Oh, crazy thing. Why don't you go get mama? Go.
I tried.
I know what it is. I know that it's because I start talking to you guys and she gets jealous because I'm paying attention to somebody else. I got to do something about that real quick. That's driving me nuts. She may want to go outside now. She's back. We put up jingle bells, so and taught her that when she wants to go outside, since Naomi's hearing impaired, and sometimes I can't hear her whine at the back door or scratch at the back door neither. We put up jingle bells, so now she rings the jingle bells when she wants out. So let's see if we could throw some more light on the subject and just blind the tar out of myself. There, now I'm scary enough. All right. Well, sorry about all the delay there, guys. We're supposed to be tying jigs, not messing around with dogs and stuff. So she'll go outside for a minute and then she'll come back in and probably try to do it all again. Well, today we are going to go fishing this afternoon and we're going to go out and see what we can do with some white perch. That's what we're going to go chase today is white perch. Yeah, we're still praying for you, Dad, there, NJ. But we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna go fishing with he's in here, Rex. from Pond Hopper. We're gonna go see what we can do. So I tied up a bunch of jigs yesterday, and for this little day, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop shot. So let me grab some stuff real quick, and I'll show you. Okay, sorry, I was a little ill prepared. What we're going to do is we're going to use a drop shot weight, so bank weight, as you can see there. And then we're going to go about 18 inches up from that. And then we're going to put one of these little bitty guys. And can you see that very well? There you go. We're going to put one of these. That's a 1/64 on a size 10 hook. And then KY Redneck lost his finisher, so he's tying. Yeah, I used to tie with my fingers all the time, but I got so much arthritis in there. See, look, my fingers are going crooked. But then up from that jig, sorry, get back on my deal. Drop shot here, drop shot, jig. And then up from that, we're going to put a little hook and put a piece of worm on that. So when they come in, they can smell the worm or do whatever. They come to see that worm. If you get a bite on that worm, just hold, just hook that fish, but don't start reeling it in real quick. Just keep tension on your line. And almost 9 times out of 10, another white perch will hit that jig. So, or if they hit that worm and they pick that worm clean, you can still work that jig and get them to hit that jig. So that's kind of the plan there. And I've not been able to keep up with chat fast enough here, probably. Yeah, speedy recovery for your dad, NJ. Yeah. I got 5 ounces for when, see, in Kansas, if you're in a kayak or a canoe or even another vessel or on a jet ski or whatever, you're supposed to stay like 200 feet away from the other vessel. So if you're coming within 200 feet of me and my kayak, I take that as a violation of my personal space, and I can cast 200 feet with a 5 ounce weight. Trust me. I got them big arms. And I will. I've busted a windshield on a guy's boat. He about ran over Gregory. He wasn't happy, but I wasn't either. That's why I got a busted window. Trying to run my son over while he's in his kayak while you're in your boat. And then he was yelling at Gregory to get out of the way and called him the R word. And with me being Gregory being autistic, that didn't fly. So I was not a happy camper. Anyways, let's get started on these jigs and stop talking about junk. All right. So I'm going to, if I can find the ones I was wanting to use. There's one. I got some in here that are on size 8 hook, and these are 1/32. So this is the size I'm wanting to use today. Yeah, we're going to go out to Cheney Reservoir today. That's the whole goal. Go out there and see what we can do. I heard that since the rain and stuff, things were kind of moving up a little shallow. The water level in the lake. I mean, we got we got a lot of rain the other day, and with that rain, the lake has gone up. So, and I'm hoping with that lake level going up like that, it got everything moving like what I was told. So, I'll find the feathers I want to use. Okay, these ones are just going to be basic little green and green with a fire tiger center is what I'm wanting to do for these ones. Mostly when we go for the white perch, we're going out and we are trying to do uh, 8 inches plus on the white perch. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you just get a whole bunch of 3 inchers. But when if you find a school of them and you can keep that school around and keep them interested, you can catch 100 fish. Sometimes it gets tedious because you're just catching this same size over and over and over. But you get enough action going with them smaller ones. The bigger ones will move in because they'll see the feeding frenzy going on. And like I said, when you got a double rig up where you drop shot and then your jig and then your hook, when you're doing it that way, you have a lot more chance of success, because even if they strip that worm clean, which a lot of times they do strip the worm clean, and you still have a chance with that jig because they ain't going to strip that jig. But today I'm trying to throw some flashy color at them, because with that water coming up, it's also going to be a little dirty. I don't know. We're going to be on the south end of the lake, and the river comes in at the north end of the lake. So I don't know how much dirt and debris will be in the water. I'm hoping not a lot. I'm hoping all of that will be up at the mouth of the lake, so we don't have to deal with too much of stained water, because when the water gets stained, it does get harder for the fish to find your stuff. So I'm going to put some flash on this too. And I'll fold that flash over and get it to the length I want. And if there's enough extra, I'll throw that on there. So right now there's 6 actual pieces of flash going back. Hey, Fishing Fever, how you doing? Uncle Lou. I think I might have missed somebody else, but if I did, I'm sorry, guys. Well, don't throw the feather in your coffee, Dave. They're sanitized. They're good feathers. Oh, Crackadoodle's back.
Come on, Crackadoodle.
Stay down.
Crackadoodle.
You can come for love it. No, I said stay down. Down. You're not going to listen, are you? I know your ears are cold. You was outside.
Hey.
Okay, I loved you. Now go away. You're going to be a nutso today. She's driving Mama nuts. She's over there trying to get Mama. She is so jealous when it comes. I think that's a Doberman trait, or just any dog trait, probably, when you get to talking to somebody. They just want to get involved and know what's going on and who you're talking to. And you can't lock her up, because I'll tell you what, you lock that dog up, she'll just sit in there and whine and moan and groan.
What did I just say?
Yeah, she'd probably eat through a door. But she's a super social dog, even being a Doberman. Dobermans are usually super social anyways, and when you socialize them. But she is like so social. We go out in the public and she just wants the huggings from everybody. She wants her ears rubbed and all that. The biggest thing is that I cannot seem to break her of is she wants to just jump up on my lap and love on me. But if somebody gets too close, she's automatically up on my lap trying to keep the space. But, that's just her protecting. But, and then the other thing is these stupid cats we have around here. She does not like them. They're wild. You can't catch them. They're not fixed. I think one of them's got a cut ear, and when the vet catches them or somebody brings in a feral cat, they'll clip its ear, so they'll know it's been spayed or neutered, and that way they won't have to go catch it again. Natural State Fishing. Good morning. On break and stopping in to say, yeah, I want to get some. The other thing is here, I'll show you guys this jig now. Sorry, I'm just sitting here talking. But I'm going to tie up some of these, and we're going to do some of that. I got another color here. Actually, I'll show you. Rosie, go. I did
I
not.
tried.
You're being a turd today. All right, I love hers. I know. This is all she wanted, some attention. Because I'm paying attention to y'all. I'm sorry, guys. My internet is having a fit. My internet's having a fit. I just seen it drop, and then I seen my phone freeze up. So I don't know what the problem is with my internet. I know what I'm going to tie you guys another one that I was doing. See if I got another jig. Might have to just tie it in a smaller size. I don't know if I saved any of them for myself. I tied up this one yesterday. Oh yeah, I did. Show you this one I tied up yesterday that I really like. I got this little micro chenille, and it's a calico pattern. I know these smaller jigs are hard to see, but hopefully you was able to see that. But that is a little black and chartreuse pattern, striped pattern. This right here. So I know it's a little fuzzy, but that one, those ones I really like those. Those turned out really nice. Hey, Split Shot, how you doing, Randall? I think I've got everybody covered on saying hello, but like I said, if I missed you, I'm sorry, but I think the dog is finally occupied trying to do something else. Now, there was a video that I shared, and that of these jigs that we made a couple weeks ago that somebody received from me, and they posted on there that they got some of my jigs, and I'm trying to find my marabou, and it was these. And what I'm going to show you these again, and what I've decided to call these is I'm just going to, I mean, they're the colors of what I'm going with as far as my logo and my brand name stuff. So we're going to call these the double hook jig, even though it's only a single hook. It's only, somebody said, name it the Can You Jig It jig. But for now, we're just going to go with the double hook orange jig. So this is Disco Orange. Hey, Lyle, how you doing? Catfish Weekly. You guys make sure that y'all go ahead and share your links out if you're mods and all that. I don't know if I got who all I got in here as mods. But anyway, share out your links if you guys want, and do, go ahead. I don't care. It's what we're here for. Share it out, share our information, visit with each other, learn new things. They call it YouTube University for a reason. So, but I'm going to take some of this marabou. We're going to clean it up, and we're just going to, this is a bigger hook. And usually what I like to do is on these, this is a size 4 with a 32nd head. I'll go the length of the hook up to the collar, and then half more, and then that's where I lock it in. It just gives it a little bit longer tail, but that's what I want on these marabous. I want the action of the marabou. If I want a shorter tail, then I'll go ahead and tie up my hackle and get that locked in. And I do a pretty short body, guys. Some people do a really long body. Some people do a mid-length body. I just really like a short body. I want the movement of the tail and somewhat hide that hook. But I want that hook back far enough that it can be caught or, catch up in a jig. The other day we were out at Kingman Lake, at Kingman State Lake in Kingman County, Kansas. And I caught 75 crappie with Gregory. You know, between me and Gregory, both of us together, we caught 75 crappie. And only 5 of them were over, 9 inches or so. So only 5 of them were keepable. And we gave a couple to a gentleman that was sitting there talking to us. And we had a blast. But like I said, most of them were 5 inches long. So, but this is one of the ones I was using that day. But also, like I said, there was a video that was made and shared. And the jigs, this will be one of the colors that will be on my website as far as one of my regular jigs that you can buy. We're still working on, getting everything set up still. It's my fault. I'm lacking. I'm still trying to get things worked out as far as, some logistic stuff. And I'm falling behind on my jig tying. I've been doing too much fishing. So kind of my fault. But I mean, are you guys going to really blame me going fishing too much? Yeah, fishing freedom. I really appreciate you. These things. I love this color. This is a color that I used for. Whoops, that was just too long. And like I said, if you laid it down too long because I wasn't paying attention, this is a color that I've used for quite a while. And as far as the color pattern, but what I usually do when I did this in the beginning, can't find a piece. But in the beginning, I would wrap brown around. Oh, there's a piece. This is the color that I used to catch a lot of crappie the last 3 years. Is basically like that. So with the brown chenille that's got some flash in it. But since I found this Tiger Fire, this combo to me looks way better than But it's just like was said last night on Lyle's other channel, Panfish Nation, and they air on Thursday nights, so check him out too. But on that last night they were talking about that these jigs are not made for the fish for the most part. They're made for people's eyes. If they look pretty and they look clean, people want to buy them. But the fish, see, that was one too many. The fish want that buggy kind of, natural, things like that. But sometimes they just want straight out white. Sometimes they just want straight out, pink. But in my opinion, crappie can see a few colors. I don't know if that's totally accurate or not, but from what I understand, there's only a few color spectrums they can see, and they see yellow, like a light yellow, a pink, a dirty white. All that to them looks about the same color from my understanding. So like I said, I don't know if it's right or not. It's just kind of where I've been, what I've been told. I think I'll tie up 3 of these for myself for today, and then we'll move on to something else because I got fishing on my brain. I just can't. I hope the bite is on today. I hope we don't get skunked. I mean, I'd love to catch even if it's warm enough, the carp may move up. We might catch a nice big carp. That would be awesome. I'm not against one fish or another. Yeah, stay safe, fishing fever. Don't work too hard. He probably already gone, but now morning, Avid. I just seen Avid. He's probably been in here for a minute, but I just seen him. Sorry, bud. I get to talking and I lose my steps. I start BSing too much, and then I get to where I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. That's a fluffy one, but we're gonna leave it. I'll probably be the one that gets them all. Yeah, see, that's all she wanted was she just wanted some lovin's. Crazy dog. She's like uh she'll be 10 months old here before too long. So she's almost a year old. She's a big difference from when I had her as a little bitty puppy. Um, when I got her, she was 10 pounds. It's about 6 weeks old, 7 weeks old, just starting to eat food, and the opportunity was there, so I got her. There's another one. Okay, so I got my 3 of those for today. And then tie up some of these smaller ones. All right, if you quit sticking together, you silly things. 1, 2, 3. But like I said, we're going to go chase white perch. In Kansas, they're an invasive species, and you're supposed to, if you catch it, you're not supposed to put it back in the water, or if you do, you're supposed to kill it. Well, what do you do? Well, I guess you take home a bunch of little bitty fish, or you throw them back, or I mean they're naturalized. I mean I see the point because they are an invasive, but now that they've been in this lake for 40 years, actually, yeah, about 40 years now, you can't get rid of them. Yeah, I get when I'm time for myself, Lyle. I do that. I'll do 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3, and I just switch up. But I kind of, I mean, my mess I got going on. I got, you know, I got my multi bag of hackle. I got my multi bag of marabou. I'm at my kitchen table, so I got 10 feet of table by 3.5 feet wide. But I have like, oh, there's still a couple hundred jigs in there. I'm down to that box is almost empty. The box I'm working on here is about half empty, and then I have 3 of the bigger boxes that have 16ths and 8ths and Nedrid heads in them that I've been working on. Problem is every time I start trying to get boxes and stuff filled up, Gregory is like, "Dad, go fishing." I'm like, "Okay." And then we take off and go fishing. But now that the weather's going to be kind of cooler this next week, we might not do so much. Dave's Jig Buffet. Yeah. Today that's kind of what I'm doing is I'm doing buffet style for the fish. Try to find my light here. Oh, I have one right there. Yeah, we today what we're going to do is we're going to use 7-foot light and medium light or medium action, whatever's, there's going to be 3 of us fishing. So, there'll be different rod setups. And, but I'm going to use a lightweight 4-pound line, and I'm going to use a half to 1 ounce bank weight, depending on how far and how much wind. Today we're only supposed to have 4-mile-an-hour winds and almost 50 degrees, so it's going to be gorgeous. I hope it gets up to that. Might actually be able to take off a hoodie then, huh? But with your rotary vise, you can turn and get that all situated the way you want. And then I want to put some color in that. Well, I'm going to stick some of this green in there because I'm going to do a bright jig. I need a couple bright ones for today, just in case that water's murky. I can hardly see this stuff. I got 2 pieces there. I'm going to fold it over. That looks long enough. Yeah, see, here you can't use the white perch for bait unless you cut them in half, or what I do to get around the whole, you can't put them back in the water alive thing. So what I do to get around that is I cut their tail right above their fin to where they start bleeding, and they'll bleed out. And but they'll live for literally, 20-30 minutes, and if they do survive, their tail is going to be so short. Well, they don't got no tail, so they can't swim to get away from nothing. But they'll sit there and wiggle and make and all kinds of vibrations and get them big fish excited. So yeah, the but what I'm also going to do today is I'm going to take my 11-foot surf rod, and when I do catch one of these white perch, I'm going to cut it and I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to chunk that thing out there as far as I can get it. Maybe pick up a walleye or a catfish or something like that swimming around. Hopefully, maybe not, but hopefully that would be nice. I lost my bag of chenille. I just had it. I was throwing it around. That's all right. There's some more right there. But like I said, I'm going bright on this one, so we'll do a whitetail. And like what was said earlier, this is going to be a jig buffet. I'm gonna take enough that I'll feel comfortable. If I don't catch no fish today, then I'll know it was my fault and not my jig's fault, because I'm gonna take enough jigs. See, that one would be nice and bright. Focus. There you go. That one be nice and bright. I wish you could see there. Now you can. I gotta turn it just right so you can see the flash on it, but it still ain't quite picking it up, is it? But we'll tie a couple of those more. Chad said he's planning on pouring bank sinkers. Yeah, I did that yesterday. I since I'm going to here, hold on a minute, I'll show you. Yeah, since I was going to go do some drop shotting today, I poured up all these drop shot weights, and in those weights, I mean, there's egg weights in here too, but in those is let's see if I can find one. We have all the way from little bitty eighths, and then I poured up to 1 ounce, and everything between. But then we got little bitty egg sinkers to 3/4 ounce egg sinkers. So, and then also I got all of these. There's 200 and some. I just got to, I made a pile of 100 and then kind of even it up and threw some more in there. So that's all going with me today. So we'll get that. We'll get them to good use with me and the guys. And as the guys, I'm meaning Rex and Gregory. So it's gonna be a day, I'm telling you. Gregory gets excited when we go to Cheney. He'll get up there on that point. If where I'm gonna probably end up at is the handicap point at the down by the dam on the west side, and that's where we're gonna start off with, anyways. But if we do good there, because this time of year, the way the current flows in that lake, because there's a current in that lake with the wind and stuff, and the way the wind was yesterday, there should be a bunch of stuff up in the cove we're going to be by. And so with that, we can pick off a little bit more fish maybe. And the goal is to try to get a couple 12 to 14 inches today. That's a good size white perch. I mean, those are huge white perch. But Gregory has caught a couple that have run 14 inches, and they were ginormous. They were good too. They are tasty little things. And that's what we want to do is we want to go catch some of those. And if we accidentally catch something else, crappie, walleye, white bass, well, that's all plus. We've caught all of that fishing for white perch. And every once in a while we'll hang into a good carp or a big drum. And I'm not going to pass them up neither because they're a fish. They breathe water and they are fun to catch. You catch you a carp or a drum on 2 and well, today I'm going to use 4-pound line. So you catch a carp or a drum on 4-pound line, you're going to have some fun. Let me tell you. At least I know I am. Yeah, I got, if you notice, it's a lot brighter in here. And that's almost to a fault because there's so much light above now that it shadows my face with the hat on. But if I take off my hat, then you guys got to look at my shiny bald head. So, or going bald head. But I got another light that's just like the one I put up above. I'm going to put over on the other side of the dining table. So maybe that'll cast light this way. And they're floodlights. So it should. They're LED 650 lume or 675 lume or something like that. Lumen, however you say it. Light rays. But I'm trying to get the light in here better to where I can see. I know it makes these jigs brighter because I got what they call daylight, so it's like natural sunlight. Yeah, if you get the egg weight mold, one of the things that it'll come with a T-rod that you stick in there so you can make the center hole as you're pouring. I've spent several years just manhandling and twisting and pulling that thing out, and then a lot of the older guys, you hear them talk about candling their equipment, whether it's their mold, running it over a candle to create some smoke and what have you. That really does work. And I am sometimes if I just got to pour a couple couple of them, I will just force it out. But if I'm going to pour a lot like I did last night, I will sit there and I'll run that rod over a candle. You don't have to do the mold necessarily, but run that steel rod that goes down in the center over the candle. And I'll tell you what, those things pull out so much easier. Drilled shot or bullet molds. Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard it. Are you talking about somebody, about drilling through them? But like I say, I just candle that and it makes it so much easier. But I'm pouring the whole thing. So I'm pouring like 6 weights and trying to pull that thing through 6 weights. And it does, if you pour every other one, it does make it, but you don't get as many done. So to me, it just gets annoying. And guess what? I'm going to switch jigs again because I'm just playing around. And this show is not going to go until, 9:30 today. We're going to run another 17 minutes and then I got to go get ready and get the truck packed up and I got a couple things I got to do before I go fishing. So I apologize that we will be 30 minutes shorter today, guys, but I got to go get my fishing on with my new friend Rex from Pond Hopper TV. Go check him out. Subscribe to him.
Hey.
He he's a good Christian fella, and he's a little bit like me. We got kind of the same. We've been talking, so we're a lot alike. So You know, I think we'll get along just fine. I know we're going to have fun today. I got to go to the store and buy some worms because we only got like a few worms, and I'm not using my red wigglers because the red wigglers, they work great. Yeah, Rex, like, I got to get ready here too. Yeah, it's a round ball mold with a pin through it. Yeah, see, that's what I got. I got mine's an egg. I got an egg mold that's got the pin through it, and then I got bank river weights, like the flat no rolls. I got those that you got a rod that you got to pull out through it, but it does make it way easier to candle it. So if you guys are pouring weights and you're not candling your molds and your jigs kind of get stuck or your weights get stuck in your molds, try candling. Them old timers, they I'm starting to get to be an old timer myself, but I am still in my 40s, but only by a few months. I'll be 50 in July. I'm getting old. I'm not as old as Lyle though. Sorry, Lyle, I had to throw that in there. Avid's older than me too, I think. No, it's we need multi generations in this sport, and it's great to have multi generations because the new guys aren't scared to try. The younger guys, they're not scared of trying something new, and maybe they can teach us older guys something, and maybe us older guys with our tricks will teach some of the younger guys something. So, and I say guys, I'm in general, guys, gals, whatever you pretend that you are. So. But oops, that's not the color. What are you doing, Dave? Don't put that color on there. That's not the color you wanted on that. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm talking again. That is not the color I wanted on there. Can't find the color I wanted on there now. Oh, there it is. This is the color I wanted on there. I'm trying to use up my little scrap. I got a little scrap pile of chenilles, and this one's like it's got blue and red in that black. I was picking worms off of the driveway today. Yeah, see now when you get a good rain, you can go outside. Like here in my town, um, the we live in the river valley. Like literally, the South Fork Nenaskaw is 2 blocks south of me. So, and technically, it would be a block and a half, and then walk across part of the field. So 2 blocks south, basically. And uh, when with being in the river valley at one time, the river was probably where my house is at because we're only about 8 feet above that river, so we have to have flood insurance and all that. But even during the flood back in the 30s, the water didn't make it up here to my house. It was close, but not all the way. But we go outside in the backyard during the springtime when it rains, and Gregory can pick up 300 worms in an hour because a lot of them sneak back down in the ground and get away from him. But everybody says to use a red light. Well, we have found that if you use a green light, we can see better as humans with green light than we can red light. Plus, the worms still can't see the green light just like they can't see the red light as well. I mean, they probably can still see it, but it's not as bad. So if you guys are out hunting worms with a red light, try a green light and see what you think. Because I think the green light works better. I mean, I have some eye issues, so maybe it's just me. Maybe the green light has something to do with my hazel eyes. Who knows? So, and I got them green eyes that's got that gold in the middle, and it drives my wife nuts. She hates it when I take my glasses off and stare at her. She's like, put your glasses on. I tried wearing contacts one time. She didn't like it. Wore contacts for like 2 weeks. Plus, I didn't like it. It felt like I had sand in my eyes all the time. There you go. Little disco red head and black body with the little red flash in it and a white tail. No sparkle on this one. So Untie one more of those. I like those. But I appreciate all y'all being in here. We've been having fun, or at least I've been having fun. I'm sorry, I'm kind of probably boring. But today, I'm just so excited that I'm going to get to go fishing. I went fishing the other day with Gregory. We went to Kingman Lake. We caught like 75 crappie. We had a blast. Like I said, they're all like 5 to 8 inches long. But hey, we was catching fish. And it was literally like, I mean, we were there 2 hours. So it was like every cast, every other cast. We'd probably have caught more if I wouldn't have been missing so many. But I was letting them bump it. Whoops. Why did that camera do that again? Put my big elbow up in the way is what I did. Are you going to fix yourself? All right, come on, fix yourself. You're driving me crazy. Sorry, guys, I went blurry. Let's see if it'll fix itself real quick. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh, you silly thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a better camera. I need to I need to do something because it looks fuzzy. Come on. There you go. This thing's driving me nuts. I'm like a technical idiot, guys. I mean it. This whole technology stuff is, if it wasn't for, wanting to make videos for, jig tying and just getting on here and doing my thing and having fun, boy, that piece was kind of trashed. Had to wrap it like 5, 6 times to get some color out of it. Sometimes when you run it like I do, run it through your fingers, you can see, like, you can separate that stuff. It just falls apart. Yeah, it'll fix once I started tying. It did. I don't know. It's just a cheap camera. It cost me like $59. It's just a little Logi plug in your side of your computer and a USB. But I need to try to get one better, and then maybe something that has an external mic, and it would do better for y'all. But made this one a little thinner tail. The other one was kind of packed on thin, so I don't want to mess up my camera again. Almost scared to show y'all. But what's everybody's plans for the week? Like today I'm going fishing, then Sunday I'm going fishing, and then Monday and Tuesday I think I got something going on, but not fishing. I want to go fishing next Wednesday, but I don't know how cold it'll be. We're supposed to have snow Saturday, so hopefully it don't mess us up for Sunday. Because Sunday I want to go chase some crappie. But if we go today and we don't catch nothing, or they're just not biting in, I'm there for more than an hour and a half, I'm gonna be like, let's go to the lease and we'll see if we can get some of them big crappie. So, because if the white perch ain't gonna bite and you can't find them, they ain't no use to look for them, because if they ain't there, they ain't there. The only way I know to get them to the white perch to come in sometimes is when you first get there. If you just throw out a couple times and drag your weight across the bottom and stir that dirt up and stuff, it seems like it does pull some stuff in. But I'm hoping with the water being up, we might have some better luck. Yeah, I want to be outdoor. You want to get 3 more deer? How many have you gotten so far? I must have missed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm a young pup's what UK said. Fishing frustrations. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to target some carp, but I'm going to wait until more of the springtime when they're up in the rivers spawning and stuff like that. It seems like when they just first start spawning, they'll pick up worms fast. But then when they get into that spawn, they just kind of ignore everything. And that's when all the bow hunters get in the river and start shooting them anyways. I'm going to throw together a couple more real quick. The other one that I posted a picture and a real short video of a crappie that I caught, 12-inch crappie, what have you. And that's on my gizzard shad jig, and it's one of my hybrid jigs. Here's the 8th, and it's got a lilac colored head. I can't remember what the color is called, but it's kind of a light purpley. And then I've got a purple strip down it, silver chenille, gray tail, and some rubber bass skirting. And these jigs, these things work awesome. If you ever never tried mixing the feathers with the rubber, give it a shot, or just tie some that are just straight rubber. I use these jigs, and I'll show you real quick. With these jigs, we were this time of year, everybody thinks you want to use little bitty teeny tiny, and sometimes they're right. You know, when it gets cold and the front comes in, people really, I mean, the fish get finicky. So, but kind of show you a little bit better picture of that jig so you can see it better. This is that jig, a close up. That way it's bigger so y'all can see it. Now, those jigs catch fish like this. And at that day, I was out of my mind for sure. But let's see if I can go back to last year. Okay. Here is another crappie that was caught last year on that jig. I know it's kind of hard to see, guys. But that crappie was a 13-inch crappie. I'm going to try to find my other ones. I'll go back. Trying to find that other one there. Oh, here it is. Okay. See them things? Them things are monsters. There it goes. It focused on it. Those things are like as thick as 2x4s. Those fish were just so much fun, and those were caught on these big jigs. And this one, like I showed you, this one's kind of a small one. Normally, I tie them on 8th, and I'll make them 3 inches long. So, you know, and I was using that last week, and I caught a 12-inch crappie that was 1.5 inches thick and weighed 1.28, so 1.3 basically. I'm a fisherman. I round up. Do they float at that weight? So I must have missed some. Oh, yeah, and that's going to be another one that's going to be on my website that I'm going to have as a regular for sale item is that one, and I'm just calling that one the gizzard shad. So it looks a lot like our gizzard shads here. Our gizzard shads here have a kind of a purple hue to their back, and they're not real dark, but in some places sometimes they do get pretty dark to where the backs are almost black, but mostly they have a purple back. And a lot of our shad, our last year's fry will be about 3 inches long or so. Now we'll have fry coming up this spring that the shad grow quick. I think they grow about 3 inches a year here. So they we'll catch shad in the spring that are literally, you know, 1 inch long, and we'll use those. And then as each week we go back, they gain just like, I mean, literally seems like they get a half inch longer, but it's probably more like a quarter inch longer each week. So it's just, and that's out of the same small body of water, so like a 20-acre lake. So you know that it's not, a different school population. The shad constantly have to swim in order to feed, and unless they get up and pick moss off a rock. So with them swimming and doing their thing, we kind of, you can kind of see their lifestyle or their life cycle more as they progress. So, but hey guys, I'm going to end it here. I need to go get ready. I had a great time with you guys today. Sorry, we just kind of got off subject a little bit at first with the dog and then some other stuff, but get out, go fishing, try to tie some jigs, go get you a cheap vise. Last night they had a great little or a great guest on Panfish Nation, and she was tying up some stuff while she was on there. She was also showing everybody what she had. She said that she'd only been tying, and it was Missy. She said that she only been tying for like 3.5 months, and she's doing pretty good. So she was talking about where to get some materials and things like that. So if you guys didn't check out Panfish Nation last night, go catch up and watch the recap. Check out everybody else that's in here. Like I said, if you guys wanted to, you could share your stuff and share your channel out and things like that. But everybody in here, just kind of grab them if you can, and I know with time restraints, everybody just can't watch everybody and keep up with everybody, but I try to do the best I can. And when I'm fishing, if I'm not doing a live or something, I'm sitting there watching somebody else sometimes, unless I'm recording and what have you. So it all depends on if you got internet too. So, but also while I'm in the shop, I will throw you guys up on the screen and watch you. I was catching up with Pontoon Jody the other day. I watched a couple old stuff from Rex from Pond Hopper. I watched some stuff from Fishing Freedom and Fishing Fever, and there was a few others that I was watching. There's a local guy that I watch. He's called Slinging Baits, and his channel's grown quite a bit in the last 2 years. So he fishes around Wichita a lot. He mostly does catfishing. So, but I just want to appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let you guys know that I do appreciate you. Thanks for spending your time with me, and you guys have a great day, and go tie something. Hey, we'll see you guys later.